Okay, good day everyone. So we'll be discussing about the um, these topics: solve problems involving application of hydrodynamics in marine engineering. So we have different formulas in here. So we will be discussing this one today. Okay, let's start. Okay, so mass flow rate and volume flow rate. So these are the formulas for the mass flow rate. So mass flow rate is equals to fluid density times volume flow rate, in which yung volume flow rate naman formula is equal to area of the cross-sectional area of flow multiplied by the velocity of fluid. Okay, so take note na lang po tayo sa mga formulas. So bakit importante itong mga formulas na ito? Why is it important to have to know how to calculate the mass flow rate and the volume flow rate? So it's because of the different applications of these formulas sa barko natin. Okay, so ano yung mga ginagamitan ng mga formulang ito? So we have the boiler. So yung boiler, ito yung gawa ng steam. So these are the one that is making steam for heating purposes on board our ship. So steam is fluid, and then of course kailangan natin na the steam must be computed yung flow rate niya para tama yung heating na kaya niyang ibigay sa mga consumers sa barko. Like for example, yung ating fuel oil system, kailangan niya ng heating. Yung ating kailangan yung main engine, kailangan may preheater yan to start the engine na naka-preheat na. And then ano pa, yung shower natin sa barko, yun, gumagamit ng heating. Yung purifier para mas maganda yung cleaning niya sa yung pag-separate niya nung mga dumi at tubig sa fuel or sa lube oil. So kailangan niya ng heating yun. So there are different equipments on board that uses steam heating. Okay, also turbocharger. So as we all know, turbocharger, yung umikot siya gamit yung exhaust, and then sa kabilang side naman niya is humigop siya ng fresh air from the engine room, pinapasok niya doon sa loob ng engine natin. So kailangan i-maintain natin yung tamang amount ng mass flow rate ng fresh air papunta sa ating engine para mas maganda yung ating combustion, mas mapapalamig natin yung makina. So there are different purpose ng fresh air sa ating engine. So kailangan mas marami yung volume flow and mass flow ng ating fresh air papunta ng engine para mas maganda yung kanyang efficiency, mas maganda yung kanyang combustion, mas malakas yung kanyang power na ma-generate. Okay? Next, another usage of mass and volume flow rate in marine engineering is through pumps. Okay, so we have different types of pump. We have centrifugal pumps, we have gear pumps, we have here low pumps. So, depending of the type of pump, so kailangan tama yung binibigay niyang volume of liquid papunta doon sa ating mga kailangan. For example, sa cooler. So, pag seawater cooling, kailangan tama yung binibigay niya na seawater papunta sa cooling para mas maganda yung cooling efficiency ng ating cooler. Okay, so that just isa lang yung example. Okay, another application is through our rudder stabilizers and our propellers. So, kailangan din tama yung ating mass and volume flow dyan. Okay, on the bulbous bow also. Also in the hydraulic pumps. So, pumps din yan. Hydraulic system, pneumatic system. Okay, so ito yung mga pneumatic actuator, dapat tama lang yung hangin na binibigay para mag-activate siya. Ano pa ba? This is an example of a diaphragm pump. So tinutulak ng diaphragm yung liquid punta sa taas. Air compressor. We have the air respirator. So mga hospital natin sa barko. Also in the HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. So kailangan tama yung mass and volume flow para dun sa specific compartment sa loob ng barko. So we have here an example of the different spaces on board. We have the cabin, so dito tayo natutulog. We have the mess room, dito tayo kumakain. The toilets, bathrooms, dun ka nag-CCR. Pantry, so dun ka kumukuha ng mga stock na food. And then galley, so dun ka nagluluto si Mayor. Corridors, on storeways, so yung daanan natin. Medical room, if ever may sakit, so doon ka sa medical room. Okay? So these are different spaces on board ship. So these spaces, there is a minimum air changes per hour. Ito yung minimum air changes per hour sa ating mga spaces on board. Like for example, kung sa cabin, kailangan meron siyang minimum of 6 air changes per hour. Kailangan nare-replenish natin yung fresh air sa loob ng ating mga cabin 6 times per hour or more. Diba? Okay. So, for example, pag hindi na-replenish ng fresh air yung ating mga kabina, yung cabins natin, so ang nangyayari is nasusuffocate tayo, bumababa yung oxygen content, dumarami yung carbon dioxide content sa loob ng ating cabin. And then, it may hinder sa ating paghinga. Okay? So, kailangan na-replenish ng fresh air yung loob ng ating cabin. Also, sa mess room, kailangan 6 to 8 air changes per hour. Toilet bathrooms is 10 to 15. So, syempre, pag hindi mo ni-replenish ng fresh air yung mga toilets mo, magbabaho yan, di ba? Okay, and then magkakaroon ng molds. Okay, sa pantry, gali, ganun din. Mas marami din doon. Kasi nagluluto si Mayor. So, kailangan may fresh air doon. Kasi pag hindi nagkakaroon ng fresh air doon, nagluluto si Mayor, umuusok doon, and then, hanggang sa hindi ka na makahinga. Di ba? So, these are just examples. So, kailangan nakakompute natin yung tamang mass and volume flow ng ating aircon. Okay, so, these are the different rooms. So, meron yung fresh air na buga galing sa aircon, air handling unit papunta doon sa kwarto mo, and then may suction din yan pabalik doon sa ating aircon. So para na-replenish ng yung air natin sa loob ng ating mga rooms. Okay? Also, sa makina din, meron din tayong mga blowers and fans. Yung blowers and fans natin, hindi lang yung purpose niya is para lang may hangin lang sa loob ng engine room. Okay? So, kailangan din, meron tayong mini-maintain dun. Kailangan, nami-meet natin yung sufficient air demand, maximum air demand ng ating mga machineries like the main engine, auxiliary engines, boilers, compressors, di ba? So, yung mga machineries na yun is kumukuha ng fresh air. And then, yung fresh air na yun is ginagamit nila sa mga engines, sa mga machineries para gagamitin nila. For example, sa engine, kinukuha nila yung hangin para magkaroon ng combustion. Diba? So, yung mga engines ito is kailangan nasusupply natin yung air demand na kailangan nila para maging maganda yung operation nila. So, based on that, so kailangan yung mga blowers din natin, depende sa rami ng ating machineries, nilalagyan din natin ng blowers na kaya yung capacity or yung demand ng mga machineries natin. Okay? Yun yung isa. Yung pangalawa is yung cooling and air renewal. So, kailangan yung engine room natin is, kailangan yung temperature niya is below 45 degrees Celsius. Usually, yung mga nasasampahan ko naman is usually at around 40 degrees. So, ideally, around 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, to maintain that, kailangan yung air supply mo, yung mass flow and volume flow ng air na binibigay mo sa engine room is tama, sakto. Okay? Next, we have the air should be fully renewed 20 to 30 times per hour. So, kailangan sa isang oras na re-renew natin yung fresh air sa loob ng ating engine room. Kasi pag hindi, edi masuffocate tayo doon. Okay? Maraming engines yung bababa yung efficiency nila kasi humingi na din yung hangin na hihigop nila. Okay? So, we have a sample computation. Okay? So, kung engine room ventilation system volume flow rate is around 25 to 35 air changes per hour for large engine rooms. So, if using this one, volume flow rate is 60 to 90. Ito yung mga requirement o yung mga estimate lang. Volume flow rate na kailangan ng ating engine room is around 60 to 90 cubic meter per hour per kilowatt of engine output power combined. So, for example, kung meron kang engine room which houses 10,000 kilowatt of machinery, times the 60 to 90 na cubic meter per hour depending on heat load, climate, insulation. So, na volume flow rate, makukuha mo yung inyong mass flow rate, which is typically mass flow rate is density times Q. So, yung Q, para makuha natin yan, multiply natin 10,000 kilowatts to 60 to 90 cubic meter per hour, makukuha natin yung ating volume flow rate. Ito, volume flow rate, Q. Volumetric flow rate, Q. And then, i-multiply mo yun sa air density, which is around 1.2 to 1.3 kg per cubic meter at sea level. Kumakuha mo yung mass flow rate mo. Okay, so in here, we have a picture. So, this is our engine room. Siyempre, mainit yung engine. So, meron tayong air supply fan dito. And then, meron tayong exhaust fan dito. If required lang. Pero, usual naman sa barko, para ma-maintain natin yung ating 25 to 35 air changes per hour at maintain natin yung volume flow rate na kailangan ng mga machineries natin, yung mga exhaust fan na ito is ginagawa nating supply fan. So, reversible kasi yan. Okay? So, ginagawa natin supply fan para lahat ng blower is nakasupply papunta sa loob ng engine room and then hindi tayo mahirapan sa ating mga machineries. Even tayo, yung nagtatrabaho, hindi tayo mahirapan na maghuminga. Okay? Kahit takbo ng mga 5 floors, then 5 to 6 floors, akit baba ka dun sa engine room, hindi ka mahihingal kasi pressurized yung air natin or yung loob ng engine room. Pressurized kasi buga ng buga yung lahat ng mga ventilation fan natin. Usually, mayroon yan mga 4 na ventilation fan sa mga laking mga barko. Sa mga maliit, 2 lang. So, depende yan. Okay, usually, ginagamit lang naman itong exhaust fan. Hindi na ginagamit na supply fan pag nandun ka sa mga mainit na lugar. Like, for example, sa Saudi Arabia, hindi talaga kaya ng fan. So, wala ka, mag-exhaust ka na talaga kasi init-init naman nun. Okay. Okay, so problem solving. So, one two-stroke main engine rated at 8,000 kilowatt with 2 auxiliary engines at 1,000 kilowatt. So, total niya is 8 times 2,000 kasi dalawang auxiliary engine. That is 10,000 kilowatts. Okay, 10,000 kilowatts times the volume, which is 70 cubic meter per hour per kilowatt. So, makukuha mo yung value na 700,000 cubic meter per hour. Multiply per hour. Then, gawin mo siyang per second. So, magiging 194.4 cubic meter per second. And then, i-multiply mo yan sa density, which is 1.2 kilogram per cubic meter at sea level. So, that, given na yan. So, depende yan kung ano yung air density mo sa problem. So, to solve that, and then, makukuha mo yung value, which is 233.3 kilogram per second na volume mass flow rate ng ating engine room. Okay, so usually naman, meron tayong mass air flow sensor sa ating mga blower or sa ating mga machinery, depende saan siya nakalagay. So, doon makikita mo kung tama talaga yung kanyang nakukuhang mass flow rate. Kailangan more, ito yung minimum. So, pwede mas marami pa dyan kasi mas marami, mas maganda para sa ating machineries. So, these calculations are generally reviewed during class approval nung sa mga barko natin pag pinapa-approve natin sa class society. So yun, kailangan yung calculation na to. Class rules also specify ventilation fan must be reversible or duplicated for redundancy. Okay, another formula for Q is A times V with another problem solving. So 800 density of 850 kg per cubic meter for diesel oil and a velocity of 2 meter per second through a 0.05 meter squared pipe. So, find the volume flow rate. So, para makuha natin yung flow rate, kailangan natin i-multiply kunin yung area. So, for example, kung ito ay isang pipe, so, we have an area of a circle, right? So, the formula should be so, given na pala yung area, which is 0.05 cubic meter, times the velocity of 2 meter per second, makukuha mo yung kanyang, which is 0.1 cubic meter per second, which is kanyang volume flow. Multiply mo yon sa density, which is 850 kg per cubic meter, makuha mo yung 85 kg per second na mass flow rate ng inyong fuel. So, these are just example. Here are additional example. You can practice on your own sa bahay or kung saan ka man ngayon. You can practice on these problems. Okay. So, what are the importance of mass and volume flow rate? So, nasabi na natin kanina. Additional lang ito, ensures efficient fuel usage and supply to engines, optimizes cooling and lubrication system to prevent overheating, helps in cargo transfer planning to maintain ship stability, maintains proper air supply to different spaces on board ships. Okay, that's it. So, our next topic will be Bernoulli's equation. So, So I hope you learned something today, and I'll see you on our next video.